So we'd only been in group therapy together for a few weeks, so not that long. And the group leader asked us one day, she said, what made you finally decide that you needed help and that you could seek out help? And this woman, she raised her hand and she said, well, I didn't feel like I could reach out for a long time because I struggled with the idea of, well, I'm a woman and I'm a mother, and shouldn't this be happening to someone younger than me? Hi, my name is Jordan True. I'm a senior at Bow High School, and for my senior project, I wanted to focus on the mental health stigma and mental illness, and the stigma that surrounds it. And hopefully I can change people's minds and perspective of the word. So unfortunately, this girl's answer and thoughts aren't uncommon. I've heard many people come up to me and say to me that, how could they have depression when their life is better than that person's life? Or that this mental illness is made for someone younger or older than them, and I don't fit the norm. And I just really wanted to work with that and see if I could change people's idea of what we consider to be normal, because there is no normal in mental illness. So for this project, it's considered a creative academic project, so I will have a final product. And for this, I want to create visuals, flyers, posters, pamphlets that people can pick up, they can glance at, they can read a few words as they walk by throughout their daily life. And that way I can show people without giving them some big speech about what I'm trying to convey to them. For this project, I'm going to need 10 hours of community connections service, and I want to do this through NAMI. I contacted NAMI, which is the National Association for Mental Illness, and I'm hopefully going to volunteer for them throughout my project. And also, they hold a 5K every year that my family and I are actually going to participate in. I've actually always been interested in science. I've always been into the physical side of science, the anatomy side, and I'm hoping to go into that for my career one day in the medical field as a nurse. And so I wanted to take this passion I had for this topic and steer it towards a place where I could also learn something and get more out of my project than just telling someone something I already know. And that's what I thought about the psychological aspect of science, because not only am I interested in it, but I could also learn more about it and get more knowledgeable and get more educated about it myself. And that's what I really wanted to do with this. So how this is going to push me outside of my comfort zone is, first, I'm going to have to talk to people that I want to put my pamphlets and my posters like in their facility, whether that be the school nurse in my district or around my school's grounds or in doctor's offices. I'll need their permission, and talking to people I'm not always super pumped about, but also the main thing is that I'm actually going to include a little excerpt in the visuals about my own personal struggle with mental illness and why this matters to me so much, because I wanted to make this project more personable and valuable to people. I didn't want them to feel like a medical professional was just speaking at them. I wanted them to know that I am someone who understands what they're going through and has understood and has been there, and so hopefully that they'll take away more from my project than they would have previously. For my mentor, I chose Miss Labaz, and the reason I chose her was not only does she have a psychological background, and she had some really good tips and websites for me that she knew of already, but also this is my first semester actually having her as a teacher. And even though we've only been together for a few weeks, I just knew that we bonded pretty well together, and that she would be someone who could push me and make sure I was on task and, help me if I needed to tweak a few things to make my project as good as it can be. And I want a person like that. And I thought it was a great way that we could also let our friendship, blossom, and just our relationship as a teacher and student. For success for this project, I don't even think that success for a lot of things in life is something that always can be measured. A grade, a mark, a tally, a number, something that you can see on a campus portal. And especially not in this case for my project. For this, I really wanted to measure success in maybe even just one person. Maybe one person changes their perspective on mental illness. Maybe that one person that sees my visuals and my research, they'll stop themselves when a comment or a mean joke is in their mind or is being said. Maybe they can help educate someone else. And success for me would mean that at least I changed at least one person's life, whether that be the person that is suffering or the family member or friend of that person. And I just really want people to, better understand. And if we don't start in our own backyard, it's never going to happen. So it doesn't have to start with all these people. If I can just start with one step, that's the first step of the journey. So that's how I measure my success. And I really just feel like changing someone's life, even if they even just by like a little bit, what's better than knowing that you've done that? Thank you.